What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Wake your ass up, fool. Johnjay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? Johnjay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to Johnjay and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
104.7 KISS FM. It's Johnjay and Rich. Shoot us a text. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. We'll read your text on the air. We'll call you back. So listen to this. I was kind of working on something that I wanted to present to you guys, but I thought it was too soon. But I want to present it to you anyway because there's so many different levels to this story. So a couple years ago, there was an article about a guy who's making $5,000 a month because he was selling pictures of his feet on OnlyFans. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. So then I started an OnlyFans for fun, but it was so difficult to start an OnlyFans. It was so like to post pictures. I did it for a little bit, and I guess without knowing, I had like 5 or 6 followers. You know,
that's impressive.
It was low key, and I guess it made some money. I don't remember how much money, but I remember at one point sending the money, and this is like 6 months ago. I saw the money. I sent the money to my wife to put in our account. I was like, "Hey, I made some money, whatever." So I had so many people always message me on Instagram, get your OnlyFans going. So I thought, let me get on it. Let me just do it. But it's so hard to come up with content and then to post it. It's something that I don't like to do, right? But it's if you want to be part of it. Like to take pictures of your feet or whatever. It's very difficult. Now, I'm at this point now with my overall health. Like I just got my body fat tested yesterday, and my body fat tested 6 months before that, and I'm at 12% body fat.
That's
which is
good.
Really good for like my age and for all that stuff, right? Now, I'd like to be 10 or 11, but that's like athlete level and whatnot, right? So I was like 12% body fat. So I've kind of, first time in my entire life, like I think I'm okay with the way my body looks, I've been insecure about my body. So what I started doing is, I've always talked about my morning routine. Mm-hmm. So I got this morning routine that I talk about all the time. And part of my morning routine is a little bit of stretching, and I do some weights. Well, I started to record my morning routine. And I'm usually in my underwear when I do this morning routine because I was looking at my body and I was like, okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now, I got a lot of excess skin. So we talked about that before from my diving photo where my shirt's off and you can see like skin. It was a really weird photo. So I've got this excess skin. So, but I'm also like, I look at what Lizzo's done, and I like, man, she looks great.
She's come a long way.
She's posting stuff in her bikini, and I'm like, I'm going to post this stuff. I go, I'm just in my underwear. It's not like that bad. And then I started thinking, is iHeart going to fire me? So what I started doing is I started posting videos of my morning stretch. And now, keep in mind, I know my audience. My audience on this page is pretty much the gay audience, right? So these guys message me all the time. Can you do this? Can you do that? So I just started every day I just started posting my morning stretch, right? And it's embarrassing to look at. It's really embarrassing to look at because sometimes, because the underwear I'm wearing, it looks very much like Justin Timberlake. And now
my God.
Right?
No.
And then I'm like trying to defend Justin Timberlake going, wait a minute, obviously these bad angles here. But I'm doing these stretches and these poses and it feels really good stretching. I look at the video, I'm like, oh, it's not bad. So I looked at I had like 3 or 4 followers back in the day. Now I'm up to 28 followers.
Hey now.
Whoa.
And I'm getting all of these requests from all these guys.
Like what?
Oh, dude, I can't even tell you.
Oh.
Are these followers like subscribers? Like they have to pay?
They're paying $5 a month.
Whoa.
Now I upped it to $8 a month, and they're still paying.
Dang.
That's cool.
Now, I'm going to get to the part that's really, really, really embarrassing. So I posted these videos up, and I post them every day. I don't even care anymore because I'm just in my underwear. Like I've accepted the way my body looks.
Yeah.
So I get this email from this lady who I've never met before, but apparently she does our taxes.
Okay.
Right? She's done like
Never
Blake does our taxes with this person, and they're doing our taxes forever. I guess I had no idea. And she says to me on the email, "What is this account, this business?" And I don't understand taxes. And it's going back and forth between Blake, my assistant Penny, the lady who does our taxes, are trying to figure out what this account is. And it's a 1099, and I don't know the difference between a W-2, W-4, WD-40, or 1099. And I've ignored this email for months, and I guess our taxes are coming up pretty soon. So again, they send it to me again. They go, please, could someone figure this out? And I'm like, so I copy and paste the name of the company, and I put it in my search engine to find out what it is, and it's OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh! So now you have to be like, it's my
You have to
OnlyFans.
That's
claim it.
exactly what and I'm like, man, like, why didn't they figure this out? So I have to reply all, hey, I found out what it is. Turns out it's OnlyFans.
For your
So
foot
now
content.
my tax person, and not only that, but it wasn't for a lot of money. So now, like, my tax
So it's a
person
struggling business.
is like, this is an OnlyFans amount that you're putting in your taxes, and it's not very much. Like, you must not be. I'm the one not good person only. Like, you keep hearing about these people on OnlyFans are making millions of
millions.
dollars.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you guys see the new article on Bad Baby and how much money she made on OnlyFans?
How much?
$75 million.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
$75 million. So if you stick with it, John Jay,
Right now,
I believe in you.
my current balance is $156.
Like total, not just.
But
not just
why do I have to report that to my tax lady? Can you just erase that? Like is it going to go like somewhere in the universe?
True.
I'm going to be
That's
labeled
right.
an OnlyFans model, an
You
unsuccessful
think you could
one.
just let that one go?
I was like, when I saw Only, I was like, oh no. And then I responded. I tell Blake, I go, hey Blake, I find out what that company was. She goes, what? I go, it's OnlyFans. What? She goes, now we have to respond and tell them it was OnlyFans? I go, I already did. I responded already. So just let you know that your husband's an OnlyFans model.
And it hasn't made $200 yet in its entirety.
For years.
And here's the thing too with the OnlyFans, like, I don't want our audience to go there. I know my audience. You know, my audience is the gay audience, and they love my photos, and they're very supportive of my body.
So you just don't want people to go in there just to look because of you, like that, because it's you.
No,
You want
I don't
them
want
to
anybody.
actually
And then I
consume
thought I heard
material.
somewhere. I thought I heard somewhere that you can't copy an OnlyFans photos. Like,
Oh, really?
that's
Like
what
you
I
can't
heard.
screenshot it,
You
like
can't.
it blacks out or something.
That's what I had heard. So it kind of made me feel a little bit more confident. But now I'm getting the DMs of people sending screenshots.
Yeah, all you have
Oh.
to do is just take a picture of the screen that's not in a screenshot, just with another phone.
I know,
or
but same with
whatever.
Snapchat. They tell you
Very
Snapchat goes
simple,
away. I
yeah.
mean, there's ways around it, but
Yeah.
I was kind of like, oh man, this is terrible. Yes, Grant.
Hey, Johnjay, I just want you to know you have rights as a model. Technically, like, them screen capping and sending them to you is a violation of the policy. I'm just your OnlyFans consultant here. But, yeah, you have rights as a model, as a foot model? Is that what you're doing?
I labeled it as stretching, morning stretching.
As a stretching model, you have rights, Johnjay.
Yeah.
Big rights.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, don't
Grant
let
Inman,
them,
my attorney, my OnlyFans attorney.
don't let them compromise your art.
Anyway, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm on OnlyFans, and I pay taxes. So now I'm not a radio host, OnlyFans model. Johnjay Van Ness. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening. Johnjay and Rich. Peyton, what's the vibe for horoscopes?
I'm going to tell you how each zodiac sign texts back. What's their text game like?
Text back. Okay. Ambrosia, good morning. What's your sign?
It is Taurus.
Taurus, okay, the type of texter that you are, you're the thoughtful replier. You don't text back immediately because you're thinking. Maybe you're considering your response for the next 15 minutes, or maybe you're just napping. But either way, when you do reply, it's going to be a well thought out text, and it's definitely worth the wait.
Awesome. Good to know.
Yeah.
So Taurus. Thank you, Ambrosia.
Thank you.
Darylyn, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your sign?
Libra, just like Kyle. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what type of texters you are, and you are the polite replier. You do take forever to reply, but it's not because you're ignoring anyone.
Does she ever, this one over here?
You just want to come up with the perfect response. You also hate confrontation, so if it's a tough text, Libra will probably be thinking it over for a while, and you'll probably ask your friends for advice on it.
Oh, love it, Peyton. Thank you.
Thank you. Z, good morning. What's your sign?
Hi, I'm an Aries.
Okay, Aries, the type of texter that you are the instant reply. You text back faster than a lightning bolt, and as soon as that notification pops up, you are on it, no hesitation. You're the friend who replies in like 0.2 seconds, and it's probably just a yep, but at least it's quick.
Of course, I have to get the information right away.
Yep.
Thank you, Z.
No problem.
How about for Pisces?
Yeah, Richie is my Pisces. Richie, you're the dreamy replier. You reply like you're in a dream world. You saw the text, but you're probably already imagining a whole different scenario. Your answers are a mix of deep thoughts, poetry, and sometimes absolutely nothing related to the actual original text.
You know, I had a conversation with my wife yesterday about something, and I was like, well, you know, and then Rich said in his text, and she's like, what? I go, I don't know if he does talk to text or he's just texting really fast, but like, what did I text you back? Remember, I go, I don't understand the first part of what you said or something like you say.
I don't know what it was from.
That's what I'm saying. You just, there's a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of his text messages that don't make any sense.
Yeah, they're like haiku. I get accused of that all the time.
I mean, I see that a lot. Like when you send me your life hacks to post on the website, I'll have to take out all of these dots and big spaces. I'm like, Rich, what is going on here?
I thought you were going to say, like, Rich's texting style to me is like short, brief bursts. So, like, if you're in a conversation, you'll get like 17 texts. But I can see it's like your brain working. It's like, oh, yeah, I forgot to add this. And then you'll add this.
But I don't. Okay, here's my response, my most recent response to Rich's text from yesterday. I said, I think I follow you. And yes, because I don't understand half the stuff. Like, I have a theory is what he says, but it's HAVR, and then a theory. I said, and there's like all this stuff that's misspelled wrong, but I figure it's because it's not talk to text. I don't know. Do you talk to text?
I
You
don't.
press the buttons.
No, I'm pressing buttons. But I'm probably thinking fast, and I don't go back to correct it because I'm like, that makes sense. But it doesn't make sense.
What do you got for Leos?
Yeah, well, Leos, we are the king and queens of texting. We want everyone to know that we got your text and that you are important, and we reply fast, but only if it's like a group chat or if somebody needs us. And we better believe that if it's a grand reply, it's going to be something that's witty or dramatic. And honestly, when a Leo is sending you a long text message, it's really just a performance. Just to show you how smart we are.
How about Virgos?
Virgos, you are the slow and steady replier. You've read the text, but you're just thinking. You want to make sure that you answer the right way and that you look really, really smart. And you'll probably take so long to reply that the conversation ends up being about something else by the time you get back around to the original conversation, which might make sense with you and Rich right now.
Also, why you use ChatGPT to read
So I sound like I'm somewhat intelligent. If we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjayandrich.com. Verna's on the line. Good morning, Verna.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, so I want to read you. She sent me this DM, and she sent pictures with her DM. Johnjay. Hey, Johnjay. Just wanted a quick comment on today's horoscopes because I'm a Libra just like Kyle. Go on. You tell the rest of it, Verna.
Oh, so I also had 2 wedding dresses. Because I couldn't decide which one to wear. There was this like strapless low high dress where it's low in the front and it's long in the back. And then there was this like more formal one that's like heavy material with rhinestones. So I wore the informal one for my actual wedding day. And we took pictures in that with that. And then the more formal one, we took formal pictures, and that's the picture that I sent out to everybody for our wedding announcement and all that.
Here they are right here, you guys. Here they are right here. Here's picture number 1.
Cute.
Lots of cleavage.
Yeah, I like dress number 1 a lot.
Lots of cleavage. Here's number 2.
Oh,
Number 2.
Not as much of the cleave in that one.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, they both look great.
Looks like she married Vanilla Ice.
But Johnjay, you know what? There's more to that.
What?
Because I also had 2 wedding dates. So I got married in Australia a year to the day that we met online. And then 3 months later, we went to Hawaii, and I got married in America a year to the day that we met in actual person. So we celebrate an Australian wedding day and an American wedding day.
That's awesome.
Libras can't even decide on one wedding day.
I know. And the good thing is we don't have to.
I don't know which country. I'll take both.
It just shows you that, like, a lot of times your zoological sign, what is it called?
Your astrological
sign is so
Your
like
zoological sign.
is so dead on. Like, how many times do we know, been around college, she can't make a decision, and Verna can't make a decision, so she makes both.
Yeah.
Like, it's classic Kyle. Yeah.
Classic Libra.
Verna, thank you. So, can we post your wedding pictures on our Instagram?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. We will. You can see what we're talking about. You can see Verna's cleavage at Johnjay and Rich on Instagram. All right, bye, Verna.
Bye. Thank you. Have a good morning.
You too. I got a DM from Aaron on Twitter, you guys. On Twitter, on X. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, guys. What's up? How y'all doing?
Good. I loved your DM. Would you mind sharing with everyone in the studio what your DM was about?
Of course, man. Yeah, I love the chip story. I called in a couple of weeks and wanted Rich to do the chip story, and I just love the interpretation that I figured I could do for y'all. So I decided to make my own version of it. Basically, the main thing that really inspires me is Kyle's "nice" at the end. Every time it plays, I'm always like "nice." So I just branched off of that, to be honest with you.
So he said he made a video, like a really nice video, and we will post it on our Instagram. But
you honor me.
Just in case. You're new and you don't know. You're new to our show. Many, many years ago, Rich told a story about Gladys Knight, and I just stared at him because I was like, what the hell was that? So this is the chip story. So here's the original version.
You know, I met Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all hanging out in rehearsals, and she walks up to me. She's like, I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Get me a chip. Give me a bag of chips. So I'm like, all right, I'll go get you a bag of chips. So I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because of this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So she was very cool. I like her a lot. She's a cool lady.
So a couple of people over the years have sent in their own versions of that.
You know, I met Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all just hanging out in rehearsals, and she walks up to me and she's like, I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Get me a chip. Get me a bag of chips. So I'm like, oh, all right, I'll go get you a bag of chips. So I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because of this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So she was very cool. Nice.
Did I just wake up in hell?
So Aaron did his version.
You know, I met Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all hanging out rehearsals, and she walks up to me and she's like, I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Get me a chip. Give me a bag of chips. So I'm like, all right, I'll go get you a bag of chips. Oh, I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So it's very cool. I like her a lot. Nice. She's a cool lady.
Look,
damn it, that's funny.
Bravo, Aaron.
All right, Aaron. You win.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hey, listen, I'm also going to do some like Nigel ones too. Be like, oh, I know, Rick. I heard you say they Rich.
Yes. But why does Nigel sound like Jason Statham all of a sudden? I kind of like that.
I was going to do my interpretation would be a gruff Nigel. I said, hey, Nigel, if you want to do Nigel, be like, hey, Mark.
Oh, we got to get Aaron to call him more often.
Yeah.
Aaron, I
Dude,
swear, that
you
first
can call
voice
me
you did,
anytime,
the
man.
Jason,
I'm always available.
the Jason Statham,
sorry, go on.
he stares me down, and I swear he sounds like that. He stares at me, just stares.
What are you looking at here, Rich? Ricky boy, what you doing?
You're awesome, Aaron.
Call me anytime, man. I have a blast. I love you guys. I listen to y'all every single day. So yeah, anything I can support or do anything to help y'all out, let me know.
You got it, man. Thank you, brother. You made our day. Have a great day,
Thank
Aaron.
you.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
I see. Go to our Instagram right now. You can see the video he made. All right, so go to Johnjay and Rich on Instagram. It's time for Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information, and Rich has life hacks. You know, I was on vacation years ago. My wife and I got married, and we went to a place called Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And then we went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And there's a video going viral of a couple that is upset about the cabin they rented in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And I've been there, and I've rented a cabin there before. And it's in the mountains. And the reason it's going viral is because they complain that their mountain cabin was too mountainy, that they were in the mountains.
Okay, we are in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We just checked into our cabin, and we are leaving our cabin, actually. We're going to go stay downtown
Just
Gatlinburg.
like that Simpsons gif, you walk in, you walk out. It's way too slow.
We're not. Let's show you. This is the driveway. And for people that are in mountains, this might not be a big deal. For us who don't live in mountains, this is kind of a big deal, especially late at night. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. This scares me. The whole mountain that we have to drive through is very uphill.
So they're complaining. So the comments are what's going viral. Like, last year I went to the beach and left after seeing all that sand and water.
Oh my gosh, it's turning into like a Tristan Thompson thing. I love it.
Maybe try Kansas. How dare the mountains be mountains? Unbelievable.
For mountain people, the slope driveway is fine. For us, it is not fine.
Moving on to the next one on Stacks and Hacks. Do you ever have meeting hangovers? 28% of work meetings leave employees feeling less focused, less motivated, less productive. 90% of people say it happens to them.
Yeah, I leave meetings a lot of times going, that could have been an email.
Yeah. It's very like I was on I had to be on a Love Pup board meeting yesterday, and it was at 1:00 in the afternoon, and I forgot, and I was like walking, and so I jumped on, and the first 5 minutes they're just shooting the breeze. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, man, let's go. Like, let's get the meeting going. You get fatigueness, right? By the way, I was going to a yoga class, so and it's one-on-one with my yoga teacher, and I thought I was off the Zoom. So when I get home, my wife starts telling me, "Oh, I heard about your body fat."
Oh my gosh, you weren't off the Zoom.
No, I just turned off the camera, and instead during the meeting, because I was talking about my body fat, I was talking about flexibility, I was talking about somebody else having 3% body fat, and I was like, and then my wife's like,
3%?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You're either a bodybuilder or you're Kyle's husband. Anyway, what stats about your life would you like to see after your death? That's trending online.
How many friends I had, like how many people I called friends from like when you're like 3 up until when you die. I would love to know that number.
Well, let's see here. How many times I almost stepped on a turd?
Okay.
How many diapers I changed? How many times in my life I used each letter of the alphabet? These are some that are trending. The number of times I made someone laugh. Gambling results. How many cats I've petted. How many times my body successfully destroyed a cancer before it could take hold.
Oh, that's good, too.
Wow.
The top 5 songs I listened to in your life. The number of successful backflips landed. The number of people who were attracted to me while I had no idea.
Oh, that's
a good one.
That's interesting.
Now, these are the stats about your life you'd like to see after your death. How many times I made someone feel good about themselves without knowing it. And the number one thing people want to know is how many times I almost died without realizing it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to know how many people I was in the room with that was a serial killer or murdered somebody or something like that, right?
That'd be creepy.
It's probably higher than you think, right?
I heard that we come across like a serial killer once every something, but I don't remember what that was.
It's like one in every like 49 people either have murdered somebody or are serial killers.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the right stat.
It's something like that. It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's something. It's like a very jarring number. You're like, what? Just like that.
I would like to know if after I died, a stat is like how many ideas I had that had I followed through would have been $1 billion ideas.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I come up with an idea and then I give it up.
I think about all the time that we could have been initial investors in Crocs back in the day. that was a brand new company that they were just turning us on.
Dude, what about Canes?
Canes too. We could have been.
We met the guy Canes when he had only one location.
That's right.
I saw this whole interview with the guy and I'm like, oh my God.
You guys.
I know. Oh, what do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Let's talk about something kind of adult here. I mean, we're going to have to be mature about this, okay?
Sure.
Let's talk about unclogging a toilet when there's no plunger. Here's the hack.
Fist.
Good, well, no. So much for the mature part. All right, Peyton, you don't have a plunger in your house, do you?
No, I don't.
All right, well, instead of panicking next time that happens, here is your hack solution. All you need to do is heat up some water until it's hot. You don't have to boil it. You can get it out of a faucet, in fact, the bathroom faucet, and mix in a generous amount of salt. So the heat helps break down the stuff, while the salt acts like a natural abrasive to dissolve the clog. Let it sit for 5 minutes, then flush. It's like giving your toilet a spa day.
Okay, so you're at someone's house. You clog the toilet.
Yeah.
Do you have any salt?
Well, yeah, that would be the trick there, is getting some salt.
I would go, do you have a plunger?
But if you're at your own place and you don't have a plunger, or you're somewhere else, you can find salt probably in the house easier than a plunger. Mm-hmm. So try that life hack. Let us know how it works. It's up at johnjayrich.com.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at thrivent.com.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.